Hello friends, today we are here to see how does this new and unique machine works where the oil in cold press oil is extracted. So what are the disadvantages of the existing expeller machines? So we can say that whenever we process the oil in these kinds of regular machines, the temperature of the oil goes beyond 120 degrees centigrade. And with this 120 degrees centigrade, this oil is definitely not cold pressed, and which loses so many of its nutrients and antioxidants. And in order to maintain these antioxidants and nutrients and intact in the oil, we have to purely make it to a cold press. And right now, if we see what are the cold press methods which are available in the market, one is wooden cold press and second is a hydraulic presses. But we all know that those machines have got very huge limitations on the scalability as well as high production rate. So in order to resolve this issue, we have invented this unique machine wherever we have integrated a water cooling system to the normal expeller, so that the temperature of the oil can be cooled down below 60 degrees centigrade during extraction process itself, and then we can get the oil which is purely cold pressed. So now friends, let us see how this machine works. So now we will start with the water reservoir. So we have placed water reservoir below the machine. So you can see here is the water reservoir, and this pump feeds the water to a water cooling system, and then this water is getting diverted into the two main lines. So this is second and this is first. This first line goes to a shaft cooling. So you can see it up here. So this water line will go and cool the shaft in the opposite direction on which the machine processes the raw material. And this water line comes out from here, and then it goes to a cooling tower, and this cooling tower cools the hot water again and makes it cold and feeds back to the water reservoir. Now the second line is coming up from here, and then it goes to a cage cooling. So you can see it up here. This is the cage, complete cage of the system, and this is cooled using this stainless steel water cooling lines, so that the complete cage remains cold during the operation. Now friends, most important part is in order to control the temperature, that means we need to maintain the temperature. And for maintaining the temperature, we must take a feedback. So what we have done is, we have placed the numerous thermocouples inside this unit, so that the temperature of the actual process is known to us and it is tracked appropriately, and that temperature is fed to this controller. And now what does this controller does is it senses the temperature of the unit and how much amount of water is required to push. It gives feedback to the motor, and accordingly flow rate gets controlled, and this controls the temperature of the system. Now here comes the second water cooling line. So you can see it up here. Second water cooling line starts from here and goes to cage cooling, and around the cage we have circulated all the water lines, so that the temperature of the cage also is maintained, and the heated water comes back again and goes to the tank. Now friends, the oil which is coming out from the machine has around 10 to 15% of the sediment. So in order to separate those sediments, there is a first settlement time wherein the oil comes in. So most of the heavy particles which get settled in this, and the light particle along with the oil comes from this pipe and goes this in the underground bigger tank. And this underground bigger tank is used to settle the oil for the overnight, so that mostly around 90 to 95% of the oil settlement happens over here. And then oil is pulled up from this tube and using this pump and goes to the next cloth sedimentation filtration unit. So now friends, when the oil is pumped out from the base reservoir, it is coming in this cloth sedimentation separation unit. So if we see this has got endless numbers of cloths, and these cloths are uniquely designed to suit for the cold press oil extraction. So this has got a specific 150 micron size, through which it only separates the sediments but do not remove either minerals or vitamins from this oil. So when this oil is separated from the sediments, which is now we can say around 99% of the sediments. This oil gets in this first pan, and from this pan it goes automatically into this tank. So this tank is around 2000 liter of water oil storage tank, wherein it has been separated using the different compartments. So you can see the groundnut, sunflower, kid, and this we use it for sunflower, as well as this one is also for the sunflower. So once this oil is stored, so we use the piping system to take the oil from this and directly fill it over there. So now you can see the friends, this oil is never touched by hand, and we do this hands-free process so that the hygiene is maintained appropriately during the oil extraction process, and we do provide the purest form of oil to our customers.